Hello everyone, let's solve MEXT exam A 2015 question 1.7. Okay, so W represent a complex number, right? 1 square root of 3e divided by 2, right? So he's asking you what is W to the 5th. Now if you try to open this like to the 5th power and this stuff, I think it would be much more complicated. We can use some properties of complex numbers. So look, a complex number we can represent it by this, right? Cosine of the argument plus the imaginary sign of the argument, right? We can represent it this way, being this the model. But here the model is 1. Why? Because look, 1/2 and 3 square root of 3 to the half, what is it? Look, cosine of p divided by 3 of 60 degrees. Okay, this is a 60 degrees. Cosine of p divided by 3 is what? Is 1/2 plus e sine of p divided by 3. Why? Because sine of p divided by 3 is square root of 2. Okay, so this is what he is asking us. So what do we want? So we can represent W by this. This is the same W that he gave us in the question, right? This is the trigonometric form of this imaginary number. Now what do we want? We want W to the 5th power, right? So how can we represent this? Well, remember, you can say this is, you can say it like this, right? The C represent the cosine, the E represent the imaginary, and the S represent the sine. Okay, but you can also put the look to the 5th. Now a property of the trigonometry of the imaginary numbers is that the 5 enters over here, right? So you'll have cosine of 5p divided by 3 plus E sine 5p divided by 3, because it's to the 5th power. Okay, I don't remember what is the name of this property, but if you study complex numbers, the trigonometric form, okay, like we had W equals this p divided by 3. Okay, so if we want W to the 5th, we can say that it is 5p divided by 3. Okay, so these are just some properties. So now 5p divided by 3 is the angle of 300 degrees. Okay, now if you remember, we have here the trigonometric circle, so the 300 is over here, right? It is minus 16 60 minus 60. Okay, so it has, so the cosine here, the cosine of 5p to the 3rd divided by 3 of 5p divided by 3 is equal to the cosine of p divided by 3. Okay, and the sine of 5p divided by 3 is equal to minus sine of p divided by 3. Okay, these are some trigonometry. Why? Look, the cosine of 300 is positive, it is in this side, it is positive, but the sine is negative, it is in this side over here, so it is a negative sign that we have. And why is it equal to the 60 degrees? Because when you sum 300 plus 16, you will get a full circle, right? 316. So it's like that you can move upwards or downwards, right? If you move up, you get the 60 degrees. If you move down, you get the 300s, but the cosines is the same. This is the cosine line, right? just here. This is the 60 degrees, and this is the what? The 300. What is their cosine? It is this part over here, right? In blue, this part. They both have the same cosine line, okay? And for both of them is positive. And now this measure over here is the sine of 16, which is the same measure of this over here, but the only difference is this part over here is negative, okay? So for w to the fifth, we will have cosine of 5p divided by 3. Well, 5p divided by 3 has the same cosine of 60, so it is a half, right? Plus e sine of 5p to the third is minus square root of 3 divided by 2. Okay, so w to the fifth, let me just take this out. W to the fifth is equal to what? 1/2 minus square root of 3 divided by 2e. Okay, so this is the answer. Don't forget to put the minus sign, okay? He didn't put the minus sign in the question over here, so you need to represent it over here. So this would be the minus square root of 3 divided by 2, and this is 1/2.